Hi everyone, my name is Christina and I am with the End of Waste Foundation. Here at the End of Waste Foundation, we are boosting recycling through technology to fight climate change. So in addition to ensuring that glass waste is being recycled, we are also wanting to create awareness on how to become more low waste, more sustainable, just have everyone kind of go a direction where the earth can sustain us. So I will be on the YouTube channel quite a bit, and I wanted to introduce myself, but in addition to introducing myself, I wanted to speak about how my mindset changed and how I became more low waste. So my personal story actually began early last year. I was working as a barista where we were able to make a drink every time we worked, and so every time I worked, I made a smoothie that came in a plastic cup with a plastic lid and had a plastic straw, and I would throw it away every single day. So I was introduced to this thought process of having a personal trash can. And with having a personal trash can, you can kind of imagine how much waste you're throwing away on a daily basis. So over the course of a week, I was throwing away a plastic cup lid and straw 7 times. And my personal trash can was rather large, and it didn't sit well with me anymore. So with that, I made the switch to putting my smoothie into a large mason jar, and that was fixed. But that accelerated more thought process of how can I continue to lower my waste in other parts of my life, not just my smoothie. But that personal trash can story really resonated with me, and so as time went on, whenever I would run into something that I would throw away, I would think to myself, well, what's the solution? What can I replace this with? We all have our own personal trash can. How much waste are we producing as an individual? But then times that by millions. The amount of waste that you're creating, times it by millions, because you're creating that waste. A lot of people in the world are creating the same amount of waste or more, and so that's just a lot of waste. So the concept of having a personal trash can really resonated with me. I was more aware about how much waste I was producing, and I was also thinking, my waste times it by millions of other people who are throwing away things just as frequently as I was. So I just thought to myself, what can I do as an individual to reduce the amount of waste? I would throw away something and it would trigger me to remind myself that there's other solutions for the waste. Additionally, around that same time, a friend was talking about, the destruction that plastic has, and the fact that plastic will outlive us really also resonated with me as well. If it's not being recycled, which a lot of it isn't, then it's going to be on this planet past my lifetime. And that thought process just really bothered me. That didn't sit well with me as well. So I just knew I needed to do something. I needed to act. That's a major focus for the End of Waste Foundation, is actually creating tangible change in regards to waste and climate change. For a lot of people growing up in the United States, recycle, reduce, reuse is commonly used, but they usually really focus on recycling. And you kind of only learn about recycling briefly in elementary school. And then if you don't really implement it, or, if it doesn't resonate with you, then it kind of goes back to the wayside and you don't really think about it. For the most part, a lot of Americans, myself included, up until recently, will put all of your trash into one bin. Or if you have a can of beans and you put your aluminum can in the trash can, and that goes into the trash, there's no magical fairy sorting all of the trash to make sure the recyclables are going to the recycling center. We have to do something about it. So, more education about recycling, reducing and reusing need to have more of an emphasis, and we're going to be discussing that more here on this channel. But in addition to all of that, we need to shift our consumption habits. Us as consumers need to have conversations with the products that we're buying, with those companies and brands, and ask them and demand that they have sustainable practices in their packaging. That way we can recycle it. We also need to be reducing. There are probably a lot of things that you might throw out on a daily basis that maybe you can reduce. And then also reuse. When people are saying, let's go to a low waste lifestyle, they're encouraging people to buy the bamboo toothbrush or, buy something else. But you don't have to be consuming so much as well. It's just a shift in mindset where we can reuse what we already have. So I hope you found this video helpful. I hope that it kind of triggered something in your mind to think more about what we're consuming and what we're throwing away. And just if we think about it a little bit more, then maybe we can act on it a little bit more. And thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in more videos about, recycling, sustainability, fighting climate change, subscribe to this channel, and I will see you very soon. Thanks.